I want to stretch my legs in Puzzle Games.
This is a t-shirt cannon.
You guys have to be really bad. I have to be so. You guys, no, you guys, no more.
Hey,
Guys,
Mr.
we're probably
Cat,
gonna be finishing
have
the
you ever
episode,
thought
the
about
season
the
by
stuffed
tomorrow.
content version of
Today's a long
MasterChef?
stream, by the way. Very long stream today.
Like
The stream
today's
is just starting today.
challenge will be to make us the funniest TikTok under 10 seconds
And
on
this
stream or
is the
video or
cannon
whatever
that
with
just
the
happens to
best
shoot a t-shirt.
content creators as judges.
You guys have to pee really bad. I'm gonna go pee and then we'll be chill.
That went farther than anticipated. But to understand the convoluted path for how I ended up here, and eventually right here, and who the heck this kid is, we've got to first go back a few months, because that's when I was hanging out with my friend who had an odd request. Explain what it is you're looking for from me.
Well, my dream is the world's most powerful t-shirt cannon. A t-shirt cannon that could possibly kill.
Now, to be fair, his request sorta did make sense, given he had a college football bowl game named after him, and he didn't want to disappoint the fans. And I didn't want to disappoint a friend, so my first thought was to save myself a lot of time on the design by just shooting a t-shirt from an actual cannon. But to do that, I would need to answer one key question. Just how powerful is a real cannon? And we're about to find out. 6 ounces of black powder behind a t-shirt in an actual Civil War cannon. Let's see what the heck happens. This is science. And while we load that in, let's review the simple mechanics of how a cannon works. Basically, the gunpowder goes here, cannonball goes here. Then you light the gunpowder and it turns into a gas and expands very quickly. And then the gases are like, dude, it's suddenly way too crowded in this small space for us. We gotta get out of here. And because all these walls are way too strong, the best option is down the barrel. And since the ball happens to be in the way, it gets pushed along for the ride with all the escaping gas. They just told me to keep my mouth open. I don't know why. Oh!
Guys, Buddha's in jail in RP, so we can't do VR.
I'm
we have
not
to wait a
sure
little
the
bit.
Jimmy Kimmel Bowl is gonna allow me to fire these into the crowd. I might have to pivot. So obviously an actual cannon was way too powerful, but to understand by just how much, it was time for the most on-brand measurement device I know, the watermelometer. It's watermelon time. So while we enjoyed the fruits of our labors, I was already thinking of a plan B, and I knew just where to turn. This is Anthony. He was being interviewed by the local news because he invented a really cool ventilator made out of Legos.
Right here, there is area for a oxygen tube.
So after he explained how it works, they asked about his future life plans.
I want to be a mechanical engineer, and what would be amazing is if I would
That's
be
pretty
able
cool.
to do a co-op or something with the YouTuber Mark Rober.
With who?
The YouTuber Mark Rober.
Oh.
Oh, he's my favorite YouTuber, so yeah, good luck.
Well, clearly only one of these three was going to be my future boss, so I tracked him down, and his parents told him one more local
Someone
news station
could
wanted to
eat
talk
them,
about
I'm
his build.
shocked.
What's up, Anthony? I have an engineering challenge that I need some help on. Are you my guy?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
You know, have you ever seen in a game they have
that's
like
cute.
t-shirt cannons?
Yeah.
I thought it would be cool to make the world's largest, most powerful t-shirt cannon for like a local high school game here. And this was a bit of a white lie. My real plan was to get Anthony to design it for me, then he would attend what he thought was an ordinary football game, then I would surprise him by showing up and telling him it was time to fire his creation in front of 50,000 people. But first I needed his idea, so we started riffing on how we could design this thing. This back section we could kind of fill.
And then you have a giant pressure tank back here. It'd be funny if, I don't know, there's like a chariot beside it that held like a giant air tank in it.
So that, maybe in like that, we could hide it or something, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of
All
cool.
right, pal. It's really great to meet you.
Oh, he's got a
I'll
cool
talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
We got the same chair?
And now that I knew what Anthony had in mind, all we needed was a 10-second build montage to make the thing.
Damn, dude. I would have loved to have a fucking Herman Miller at his age.
Time to load the slug. This is about a 3-pound ball of rags. Let's see what happens. This is the first test fire. Here we go. And there wasn't a lot of space at this location, so this first shot was about 1/3 full power.
I had a piece of shit wood bag breaker, dude. A scoliosis generator.
Oh no, I think we killed the donkey. Now it was up to me to go full Sandlot and retrieve this thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
So thankfully, both me and the donkey survived, but it was time to head to a bigger field so we could really test the full capabilities of the cannon.
I dare anyone to get in my way. Chat, remember to pull that
Now,
the
I quickly
photo I
want
showed
to
you of
mention,
me
to really
at the
appreciate
computer?
the challenge ahead of us, you
wood
have to
chair.
appreciate that SoFi, where the game was going to be played, is just a massive stadium. So the goal of the game was for Jimmy's sidekick Guillermo to be in the top row, and then Anthony, Jimmy, and I would be down on the field. So this is the correctly scaled shot that we'd have to hit. And since we know the horizontal and vertical measurements to that seat, we placed a drone in the sky at that exact location, and our goal
think I
was
have it anymore.
basically to hit that drone.
That seems incredibly far away. I've never built anything that could remotely shoot that far. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh! Holy shit, wait, this is actually
And
kind of
that first
crazy.
shot was at about 2/3 full power, and you could see it was well short of the drone and had a trajectory sort of like this. It also presented some other issues.
Look at that bag, dude. Oh, did we bust? Oh, we ripped a hole. That's tapeable.
And after that, we decided just to give it all the power she had and cross our fingers.
This is the Big Mama, 500 PSI, 8 pounds. This is like a real life cannon. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh. That's... Yeah, that tape didn't do so hot.
And considering our payload weighed 8 pounds, which is basically a gallon of milk, this was a bomb of a shot. But as you can see from the viewpoint of the top seat, it wasn't far enough. Now, I just want to remind you, this is how far a normal wimpy t-shirt can.
Chat, look at this, chat. This is me at my chair when I was, I don't know, in high school. Dude, chat, it's the same chair I ended up using whenever I went back home, remember? Dude, that's the scoliosis generator. Holy fuck, dude. Dude, I had back pain for a month
And it
using
shoots
it.
1 shirt, whereas our cannon was shooting the equivalent weight of 25 shirts at this trajectory, and yet it still wasn't going to cut it. And so we stayed there the whole day, and there were a bunch more tests I won't bore you with, but the punchline was that no matter what we tried, we couldn't make it to Guillermo in the top row. So I had to call Anthony to give him the bad news and try and figure out what to do next. What's up, Anthony? How's it going, buddy?
It's been going really good.
And lucky for me, he'd been hard at work.
Yeah, really busy.
Damn,
So we got right
look at
into
that.
it, and for the first issue of the bag ripping, he
10 years
suggested
later.
we replace our canvas bag with something stronger.
Kevlar.
He had another suggestion to protect our bag, though.
Something to produce drag, like a parachute.
And then he went on to tell me how he'd anticipated this would be an issue, which is why he'd spent the last 2 weeks designing, building, and testing a system that could release a parachute after a prescribed time delay, and that's when I realized he would be my boss sooner than I first anticipated. Next, he told me 3 modifications to make it shoot farther, but before I tell you how he was exactly right, we need to review how the t-shirt cannon actually works. So it's the exact same principle as the real cannon, but instead of using gunpowder to make an explosion to make it all super crowded with gas, you take a high-pressure tank like this and put some of that high-pressure air into this accumulator tank. And then once again, all the gas in that tank is like, it's way too crowded, we gotta get out of here. So when you open this valve, it's a mad dash down the barrel, and the t-shirt just happens to be in the way, so it goes for the ride just like the cannonball. And this is the same principle as shooting a spitball with a straw. It's the same principle that powered my Nerf gun, my Super Soaker, and pretty much any system that uses air to launch stuff. So his first suggestion was a bigger tank, and this makes sense because it would sustain the force on the t-shirt instead of like with a small tank where you just get a brief poof.
Chat, why not use the entire first tank as the accumulator and the reservoir and just go...
He went on to mention his second idea,
Or like a longer barrel so it can really get up to speed.
and this is also true, which is why rifles shoot faster bullets than handguns. And his third suggestion was to increase the size of the connecting tube here, so instead of necking down,
You could just have it go straight to the final diameter.
and that means there's no
Oh, this was always
traffic
too
jams
strong,
as the
I
air
got it.
rushes out, which means it can get out faster. And so after that call, we went back and pretty much instituted all of Anthony's suggestions in some form or another. And I was feeling like we were back in the game, and so after another full day of testing, this is where we stood.
8-inch cannon, 13-pound mortar with the parachute, 500 PSI. Roll the drone, here we go. Fire! Parachute! The big bomb!
We basically
that's
shot nearly
artillery.
2 gallons of milk over a 30-story building, and it traveled for 2.5 football fields, which put us way beyond the Guillermo spot. Plus, Anthony's parachute system kicked in at just the right moment, so his Kevlar bag landed in pristine shape. And by the way, you might be wondering what's in this massive bag. Well, the world's largest t-shirt cannon naturally should shoot the world's largest t-shirt. Probably. I haven't looked it up, but this has got to be the world's largest. Look at this thing. So the next step is to actually head to SoFi and show this to the lawyers and see if they'll let us shoot it. And right off the bat, the lawyers were like, yeah, you're gonna have to use the smaller barrel and payload. 'Cause of like, safety or something, I don't know. The goal is to bomb a t-shirt from right here, literally, to the very last seat in the nosebleed section of the stadium. Thanks to Anthony's work, never again will the fine folks in the nosebleed section be robbed of an amazing t-shirt. So we decided to start at 1/3 power in an attempt to shoot a shot like this, and then we could work our way up. But that is not what happened. Oh my gosh!
Where did it go?
Anthony, what have you done? Out of the park, baby! And not being sure if that was a fluke or not, we tried the same power level again, and this time we dude perfected the crud out of it. Yeah! With a bank shot off the roof. The bank shot, baby! And after that, we decided it was prudent to reduce the power further to 1/4 full pressure, which was killing me, because if they would have let us open that to full, based off our previous test, we could have Uncle Rico'd it from this end zone out the stadium and well into the parking lot. But, you know, lawyers. Let's have it! And so this was our third and final shot at that reduced 25% full pressure. We literally just hit the back
I guess the off chance that the payload goes headshot at max power on somebody's face
and that perfectly accomplished our objective down to a few inches, which was a huge weight off my shoulders because I felt like we were locked on Anthony's design, and I remember my first experiences with engineering, and I really wanted this to be a grand slam for him. And so after a few last-minute cosmetic modifications, game day had arrived. And as the team started warming up, the stands started filling up. Okay, we just received word Anthony is on the premises, but he's not in his seat yet, so it's time for me to go incognito. And to do that, I needed a prop borrowed from my buddy Adam Savage. It's a beard, but it's like glasses. Friggin' beard glasses. Pretty cool. Stealing my cameraman's hat. Look like an ice road trucker. Oh yeah. You can't even tell that's me. I'm more nervous, I think, about the surprise than I am about actually firing the cannon. There they are, they just sat down. All right, let's do this. We're sneaking up behind Anthony. He's in his seats right now. He has no idea what's going on. This is hands down my favorite part of this job. I love a freaking good surprise. Here we go. Do you like football? Okay. What's up, buddy? You like my beard disguise? I heard you were here, so I decided to come down and say hi.
I am...
Awesome.
Look, I'm shaking just as much. So, I've got to be honest. You know that cannon we've been designing? We designed it for this game. And at halftime, you're going to go out with me and Jimmy Kimmel, and we're going to fire it in front of 50,000 people. And then the teams came back out on the field, and the game began. And as the quarter progressed, the anticipation was building.
You got anything else planned for us that we should know about?
I do. We built the world's most powerful t-shirt cannon. It is an enormous, very, very powerful projectile device, and we're going to do that at halftime.
And so with halftime just around the corner, we went to check out his creation. What do you think, buddy?
That looks amazing.
And I had to explain that because of his help, we couldn't go more than 25% full power. We could crank it all the way up to 550, but that's how you bomb it out of the stadium.
That's how you break a window.
Yeah, that'll break a window.
I'm really excited.
You excited? Me too. Are you nervous?
Yeah, definitely.
I like Jimmy Kimmel more than Jimmy Fallon.
All right, buddy.
He just feels funnier, more like real than Fallon.
50,000 people watching, okay? Just don't think about that.
They're not the same, I don't think.
And then it was go time.
Mark Rober, who is a former NASA engineer, he built a very powerful t-shirt cannon. You want to show it to us, Mark?
Yeah, that's right. With my buddy Anthony.
Not by
He did
big
all the hard
margin,
work
though,
to design it.
relax.
I just built the thing.
You think this is going to work, Anthony?
Yeah, I definitely think so, but maybe not.
And there's Anthony already qualifying his statements like a true engineer.
We do not want to fire it directly into this section.
Do not kill anyone, Mark.
That would
We are
one
gonna
tap
be
somebody
the
for
first
sure.
bowl game to put a t-shirt on the moon.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2, it's gonna be loud. Cover your ears. 1. Through the roof. I've been told we've been out of the stadium. We went out of the stadium.
Well, that was very exciting. Thank you,
Oh.
Mark.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good job, buddy. We did it. What'd you think?
That was insane.
That was all you, pal. Good job.
Thanks, Jimmy.
And so even after doing our best to appease the lawyers at 1/4 power, Anthony just noped it right out of the park.
Oh.
So after that, we went back and enjoyed the second half, as I just hoped he would remember this experience
nobody
for a
gets the
really
t-shirt
long
then?
time, so that I could at least have a leg up one day when I apply to work for his company.
Oh.
9 years ago, I had an idea for a simple Halloween costume, so I used my nights and weekends to develop the idea, and then we launched it and made our money back in like 8 hours. And I remember thinking how crazy it is that we live in a day and age where you can have an idea for a thing and then make the
Guys,
thing.
it was a
and
good video.
sell
It was
to
his video too,
anyone
so I'll
in the
watch the ad,
world
it's fine.
in such a short amount of time. And the reason that's so easy now is because of people like my friends at Shopify, who happen to be supporting this video. So the way it works is you get to do the creative fun part and come up with the idea and make the thing, and then Shopify simplifies all the other stuff you need to do to sell it, like register the domain, create the website, take credit cards, even tools to help you market to get the word out. And full disclosure, my love for Shopify runs deep. It starts with their CEO, Toby, who you might recall was the top donor for both Team Trees and Team C's. Plus, my
what is
own
a
merch
video
store,
more than that is?
markrover.com, runs off Shopify, so I've been a happy customer
Oh, but
for a
GTA,
long
no,
time.
not really.
So if you want to start on your path of turning an idea into a side hustle, into a main hustle, check out shopify.com/markrober, use the link in the video description, and get a 14-day free trial. So thanks to Shopify for being the best, thanks to the t-shirt cannon for not causing
That was fun.
significant property damage or bodily
While
harm,
watching the ad,
and thanks
because it's just general courtesy. Okay, guys, some YouTubers spam uploads. Some YouTubers don't. Some YouTubers actually spend time making videos, and as somebody who just reacts to them, it's kind of cheap, and I want to fuck them over too much. I like watching the videos. I think the least we could do is watch the ad that is included in the video for their videos to fucking continue thriving if they take the time to make a fucking piece of content. I think it goes both ways, and I think it's about respect for others, man. It is what it is.
Hello, everyone.
It's a small gesture, but I think in the end it matters in the scales. It's fine. We get it. You're full of virtue. Okay. Well, I always watch the ads, regardless of what the fuck you think about it, and I don't give a shit about your opinion. And we always watch the ads, and I don't give a shit. And you people were mad, and you guys asked, so I told you. So there you go. You asked. I told you, motherfucker. Dumbass.